Okay, this is my first time recording because I got a new phone today. So there's a pro in that. I had to upgrade because my old one, a button popped off and I found out it was expensive to replace it. But on to Ruby. Ruby, we just got done with the episode and this is me being fair. Even the people I reacted with, although we shit on what we thought was shit, I am giving credit where credit's due. There's some good parts to this episode. This mid-season finale, I turned around and I said it deserves 5 out of 10 because the good parts are good, but the shit parts are absolute shit, and that's usually how things go at this point. But we're gonna start off with the pros, and most of us are on board with the best part of the episode being everything with Ozma, Oscar, and Hazel. That was handled well, like really well. Mainly for the fact that I like the fact that it starts off with Hazel and Ozma, and all the manipulation, all the excuses, not friggin' working. Hazel's just pissed off as shit, and the conversation ends where Oscar's just like, "Dude, trust me, trust me for a moment." He switches over to Oscar, and Oscar's just like, dude, it's Jin. If you want the truth, go ask the fucking lamp. He goes, I'm not going to hide shit from you. We're not going to try and manipulate you. This shown growth in Oscar. I thought it was a good way for the whole conversation that takes part. This was handled really well. It actually, it's like you can watch the beginning of their conversation and you're like, it's kind of shit, but when you watch it all in context, it ends on a really good note and shows the growth throughout it. I also love the idea that Hazel was pissed with Salem, met Salem, and Salem just let him beat the living shit out of her multiple times to the point where he pretty much got it out of his system, and then she told him what her friggin' so called plan is for the world, and that's why he's bought into it. I can respect that. Um, the little tiny problem that butts its head in this whole situation, was the fact that just before I started recording this, we pretty much came to the realization that the whole plan for Salem, she wants to die, and she thinks the only way she can do that is by bringing the relics together. And when she does that, she summons the gods. The gods are going to be pissed, and they're going to kill all of Remnant. That works if, and this is the if, this is the but, this is what fucks it up. If Salem didn't already have a loophole, she already has a loophole. The reason she's wandering remnant immortal is that she can come to terms with the cycle of life and death. She accepts the cycle of life and death. She moves on to the afterlife. That's the loophole. That's the whole reason she's wandering the planet immortal. Because, and you can't retcon that. That's the problem. You can't retcon that. If you get rid of the loophole, then there's no reason for her to be walking the friggin' planet immortal, because she has nothing to gain if there is no loophole. So you can't get rid of the loophole without stuffing the story up more. So it kind of messes with the motivation of Salem there. But all in all, it is the best part of the episode. It's what carries the episode. The next part is something that I'm 50-50 on, and that you could tell this was designed for Kirsty Burkhardt. They specifically said, we're bringing this bitch on to write LGBT, because apparently they don't know how to write a gay character, even though it's just their fucking gender. It's not that hard. Um, May is interesting in this episode. That's how I'm gonna say it. It's interesting because she represents both the good and the bad of the episode. She's amazing. Get it? May, amazing. Hey, I can do puns. She's amazing for the fact that she pretty much told him, "Oi, I'm going to Mantle. I'm gonna help protect Mantle. You assholes need to make your choice. You want to come to Mantle with me? We can help save them in the crater. If you want to go defend Atlas, I'll drop you off on the front lines on the way there and you can fight them. Make up your fucking mind." I respected her so much for that. She said, enough of this fucking bullshit. Time to make the decision on what you're gonna do. I respect that about me. Then you got the whole scene of her talking about her transgender background and why hating her family because they couldn't accept her as a woman is genuine motivation for condemning an entire city to death. Righto. No offense, that kind of makes the transgender person look like an evil bitch. It's like, hey, whole population of a city can die because they don't accept my gender. Or your family, not the whole city, just the family. No offense, everything to do with the transgender is I just don't give a shit because if they want to put it in a scene in the show, by all means, do it. But know when to place your shit. And the fact is, it's kind of ironic that May's the transgender character because she's the one urging people to make up their mind we have to go help people. But at the same time, you're standing in a fucking room scratching your ass and drinking tea while info dumping a transgender backstory, which is dumb. It's like when the scene first started, the whole scene with Nora in the bed, and you got friggin' Blake, Weiss, and Rwby drinking fucking tea, and this made Rwby even a worse leader. Because at this point, hey, Rwby, what are we? When the scene started, we questioned as to whether they in the house knew if the invasion was happening, and then they quickly confirmed that they are aware that the invasion's happening, and they're sitting in this fucking house drinking tea. And I was just like, fuck Rwby, fuck Weiss, fuck Blake, just fuck them. There's an invasion, people are dying, and you're drinking tea, and then Rwby's own voice line, what do we do? And I'm like, you can't convince me at this point that Rwby's a good leader. She even said, "What do we do?" So you got Ironwood here, who comes up with a plan. We attacked the whale. It didn't do anything. Let's blow it up from the inside. He's already come up with a plan. Yeah, take a bomb, stick it inside the fucking whale, blow it up from the inside. Fuck the whale. Go Ironwood. You got a plan. Rwby sitting in the house drinking tea, scratching her ass, listening to transgender riots, and doesn't know what the fuck to do. Rwby's shit. I don't give a shit. So we did good. Cut more neutral stuff. Mercury and Tyrion going to Vacchio. They're going to the desert. I don't care. The focus right now is on Atlas. There's a war in Atlas. I don't fucking care about Vacchio at the moment. I really don't. I just don't. The only thing that I got from that scene is the fact that Tyrion literally slapped him across the head and go, yeah, we're trying to kill the world. Fuck you, Mercury, you dumb shit. That's what I took from the scene. God bless Tyrion. He's walking around with his nihilist brochures. He's like, the world is coming to an end. Join us for the end. Good boy, Tyrion. There's a highlight of the episode. Everything with Tyrion is just glorious. Psychopaths and sociopaths are some of the most beautiful things to watch in entertainment. Oh, okay. Look, I'm gonna give credit that Ironwood's plan is genuinely good. From a defensive perspective, because he's turned around and he's evacuating the population into a subway system. Good, you're handling the populace. You've idealed that you have to do something with the population. good. You've got feedback that missiles don't do anything to the whale. So you can defeat the Grim, but you are having trouble with the whale. You've acknowledged that, and then you've come up with a plan to blow it from the inside. Um, Pros there. Congratulations. The negative? I'm sorry, you can't animate a military for shit. This episode just showed it. The military looks horrible. And here's a con. Where the fuck did the mechs come from? Looking at that military, I'm just like, why didn't you try and save Mantle, you stupid motherfucker? Volume 7, I'm like, you have like 30 to 50 fucking mechs. Giant paladin mechs. Why? It's like they realized we were bitching about it in Volume 7. Hey, where are the paladins? Oh, we don't fucking know. Oh, congratulations, here are the paladins. They just magically appeared in the farmlands. Fucking hell. You stupid motherfuckers. And they look ugly. I'm sorry, like, you got the formations down, you're actually trying to deal with formations, but you don't know what the fuck you're doing. As an animation team, in terms of what the paladins are doing, what the troops are firing, the bullets look shit, little yellow globs that just slowly float across the fucking screen. The ships just, oh look, they're flying, there's 5 ships in formation, just whee, but they do jack shit, so it's disappointing because, you know, the one thing that we were actually looking forward to, the one expectation we had for all of the Atlas arc was when it comes time for Atlas to fall, we wanted an actual war. We wanted to see hardcore military animation in action. This episode's titled War. It's described as all-out war in Atlas. And what we saw of the troops is utter garbage. Fucking trash. Don't try this shit again. So that's a negative. The military looks fucking shit. Salem, wow, talk about cocky bitch. At least it's gonna make for good memes. I can see people like Mercury Black and Domo and all the other crack things. They can add so many types of music. To what Salem's listening to as she's doing that. Really fuck around with the music. Have some fun. Put the Attack on Titan theme. So good. That's bad. Don't do that. Just thinking on what other shit. This stupid tea, fucking crap. Oh, of all the first of all, I'm happy with Klein and showing up with Whitley. They had to do something with Whitley, and I'm glad they did something with Whitley. And it's not something that is, you know, genuinely crap. It actually is like, hey, I called Klein, and it's a good little scene between him and Wise. I just didn't like the fact that it looks like he's simping for approval. Like, he could have just said, I'm doing it because I want to do it. Like, yeah. I'm just not happy with Wise at the moment. Like, I don't like the bitch at the moment. But I'm happy. But the last thing I'll say, Penny. Penny falling right outside the Schnee Manor is a load of shit. Of all the places she could have fallen, and it's just weird that Winter and her group, they get sent out to get Penny, and then they don't. They're like, oh, Penny's still MIA. Like, we don't know where the fuck she is. Don't you have the idiot who hacked into her? What? Just get on the fucking comms. Oh, where did she collapse? Oh yeah, we got the fucking radar. You know the military have a fucking radar, you dumbass. This thing is literally falling out of the sky like a fucking missile. And of all the places it falls on the Schnee fucking Manor entrance. Winter, you're fucking home. We don't know where it is, but we got fucking Jean and we got Yang and Ren is having a midlife fucking. I hate. There's the con. The biggest con of this episode. Everything to do with Winter, the Aesops, Ren, Jean, all of that. That's shit. That is shit. That is the writers. Like, oh my god. Here's the criticism we took from the show. We are struggling to display emotions to our audience, right? That's what they that was some of the criticism that Rwby have taken in. It's so what do? Oh, we're gonna upgrade Ren's semblance, so little petals dance around people, and depending on the color of the petals is what emotion they have. And so what happens is every time we see Ren's semblance, we're showing you the emotions, and Ren, because he's just an info dump cunt at this point, he's gonna turn around and go, "You're sad. You're angry. I got a finger in my ass that I sniff." Ugh. How did Ren go from the realistic guy, like Eddie had him snap on Yang, and now he's a fuckwit? This is what I mean. The episode does good, well, but it does bad so badly as well. You know the pro of it. This was the pro of the whole fucking episode in general. At the end of it, everyone that I was watching it with, we felt relief. We felt goddamn relief in here. Legitimately, like a release when we realised we're getting 2 months of no Rwby, 8 weeks, 8 weeks, no Rwby. I got my mate watching Fire Force. He's enjoying the shit out of that. I got a mate watching Ancient Magus Bride. He's enjoying the shit out of that. I caught up to date with Jujutsu Kaisen, and Jesus Christ, that really hit me in the gut. Because I related with the character that died so much with what happened with his mum and feelings and philosophy. That show's not fart assing around. Attack on Titans tomorrow. There's so much good that yeah, I'm just saying, as an end to this video, it's so satisfying here that this release that it's kind of like a tease for what the end of Volume 8 is for me. And the end of Volume 8, and I've told all my mates of this, I'm sticking to it. I said it with Volume 7, but I was curious what they were going to do for the Fall of Atlas. And at this point, I'm not even curious anymore. Volume 8 ends. Rwby's it. Like, I can't with this show anymore. I'm not even curious anymore. It's not satisfaction. It's just this show's garbage. And the majority of the community that enjoys this show, they don't watch other anime, or if they do, they watch very like generic, stereotypical. Oh, we watched Full Metal Alchemist. We watch anime. It's like it's very rare that you will find a Rwby fanatic who watches a shit ton of anime and is gonna be like down to earth, open with you. The fact is, and this is how I'm ending this video, the Rwby fandom's right. Rwby, Barbara's right. And you know what? This is gonna have lasting effects with them. You know what? If you don't like this show, don't watch it. You know what? That's probably the best thing. And I can say it as a fan. Barbara should not have said it, given her job at Rooster Teeth. She's basically telling the consumer to fuck off. But in truth, if this show just pisses you off and you're just in it for the criticism, just I entitle you. When Volume 9 starts, don't watch it. Let it air without watching it. All the critics, all the so-called haters, all the people that get shit on, just drop the show and don't watch it until it's all out. And then binge watch it afterwards, all of the episodes at once. When the episodes are actually airing, only have the fanatics watch it. And you watch, when the viewership drops that much, someone's at AT&T, someone at Warner, they're going to drop this fucking show. Because that's how dumb Rwby is. It's one thing for a fan to say stop watching the show. But when someone who works at Rooster Teeth literally tells you don't watch the show, that shows how fucking stupid they are. Go Hazel Oscar, on to Attack on Titan tomorrow.